Fala aí galera, aqui é o Rafa e sejam bem-vindos ao Jogo de Gerações para continuar nossa aventurazinha aqui com o Alan Wake. No último episódio a gente terminou o terceiro capítulo com uma cena ali do cara que teoricamente teria sequestrado a Alice sendo engolido por aquela escuridão e aquela véia apareceu do nada. Ela deu tipo um jumpscare rapidinho ali, opa, apareci, não apareci. E aí tudo foi engolido, a gente conseguiu escapar com o Fred, a gente caiu num lago e alguém salvou a gente, quem será? Eu acho que é o locutor do rádio, mas eu tenho certeza. Agora vai ter aquela recapitulaçãozinha de sempre, né? Que eu até agora não entendo por que ela existe. Mas tudo bem. Cara, a cara desse policial já me deixa com raiva dele. Dele chegar todo... vou te matar! Foda-se se tem um civil na sua frente.
Her purported kidnapper was eaten up by the dark presence before it attacked me.
Episódio 4. A verdade. Será que agora a gente vai descobrir então?
Shh, baby. It was just a nightmare.
Alice.
There you go, Alan.
Hartman. I fell.
I had to give you a sedative. Don't fight it. You went through another rough period.
What?
Right now, it's very important that you stay calm. We don't want you to have another episode. You're a patient at my clinic. Have been for a while now. The shock of your wife's death triggered a mental illness.
No, you're lying.
You're suffering from various symptoms of undifferentiated schizophrenia.
Bastard.
It's okay, Alan. Just let go.
I felt groggy.
Por essa eu não esperava, hein?
Me was making me numb. I felt like this was happening to someone else. Someone I was watching on television. I couldn't think. Couldn't focus. There were only empty sheets of paper here. No manuscript pages.
Tá. Alguém tá cuidando da gente. Mano, o quão...
The door was locked. I was a prisoner here.
Legal. Opa. Tá, é ele mesmo, tá.
Good evening, Alan. Are we feeling better now? Feeling calm?
Yeah. I see you brought your pet gorilla with you. So sure, I'm calm. I get the message. Loud and clear.
Quite right. That's the spirit. You're being very brave, Alan. I understand you're confused. I would be more concerned if you weren't suspicious of me. I don't blame you for it.
Big of you.
Now, why don't you come with me? We'll reacquaint you with my clinic and go over everything you might have forgotten. Little walk and some fresh air? Yes, it will do you good.
Se eu não seguir você.
Corridor is for patients. Most of them aren't here right now. Jack took them out for a fishing trip, except for the ones who are particularly vulnerable, of course. I encourage creativity as a part of the recovery process here at Cauldron Lake Lodge. I specialize in treating artists.
I bet you do.
Splendid, Alan. I honestly believe we can get this
Por que eu não
thing
me
under
sinto
control if we work
acolhido aqui
together.
dentro? Me sinto preso.
This way, Alan.
Primeiro que eu tô aqui contra a sua vontade, né? What the fuck? Você entrar no elevador sozinho comigo, eu vou te encher de bolacha, hein? Não! Tá, não posso entrar.
Now, Alan, from past experience with you, I know I need to get right into the heart of the matter as quickly as I can after an episode. So I'm just going to say this. Alice is dead.
No.
You're in a very vulnerable state until you understand and accept this. Alice drowned, and you couldn't face that. You're suffering from hallucinations, paranoid delusions, unusual thinking, an obsession about light and darkness, a feeling that everything revolves around you, your thoughts and dreams. Your mind has constructed an elaborate fantasy scenario in which your writings are affecting reality. She has been kidnapped and supernatural forces of darkness are trying to stop you.
Cara, como ele sabe tudo
Go
isso?
this way, Alan.
I wasn't ready for another shot, so I went along with it. He had to be lying. But under the influence of the drug he had given me, I had to fight not to believe his words.
É, tem essa também, né?
It's all in your
Bom,
head.
claramente,
You've been making
alguma coisa tá acontecendo, porque senão não ia ter jogo, né?
tragic accident with your wife. No one has been killed. Your delusions are just a manifestation of your subconscious mind trying to protect you from the too painful truth. Unless we fight the fantasy, it will return. I know the instinct is to resist me, but think about it. Doesn't this make far more sense than the insane supernatural conspiracy you have concocted in your mind?
Faz, eu sei que faz.
By nature, Alan, we both know this. Everything can be explained logically.
Faz sentido, mas ao mesmo tempo eu tô jogando um jogo, né? Então não faz muito sentido essa sua explicação, cara. Tem que ter alguma coisa por trás disso. Um relógio do sol. Vai, desembucha, doutor. O que você quer falar comigo?
I never get tired of this view.
Só tem neblina!
Inspiring, isn't it?
Cauldron Lake spread below us. I could see Mirror Peak on the other side of the lake. I thought I could make out the spot where Diver's Isle had been when I arrived with Alice. Now there was nothing but waves.
Eita.
It seems there's a storm coming. Funny, I don't recall there being a mention of that in the weather forecast. Well, no matter. This way. Follow me.
Estranho, né? Do nada, uma chuva que não estava nas previsões.
Right now we're in control. Every time you have a relapse, it gets more and more difficult to resurface from the dark depths of your imagination. Not surprising, considering your profession. Imagination is what you work with. After all your nightmares, this should come as an immense relief to you. If it doesn't, why is that? Because I'm lying? Or because you don't want to admit that you're not well? It's very
pouco dos dois,
natural
talvez.
to think of me as your enemy. It's part of the
I
illness.
let him talk.
After all,
Hartman
I'm the
obviously
one
loved
trying
his
to
own
bring you
voice.
out of the
His
world
words
you
echoed
constructed
madly
for
inside
yourself.
my head.
But I
I
can't
dug my
do
nails
it
into
by
the palms of my
myself.
hands to stay
You need
focused.
to work with
Mentira, suas mãos tão
Once you
tão
accept
abertas ainda.
that, we can begin to
Vacilou nessa, hein, jogo?
towards your recovery.
Tudo trancado, cara. Como isso aqui não é uma prisão? E aí, Gollum, suave?
To the office wing. That's for staff only.
Scary, scary, scary.
Como que eu subo? Tem uma garrafa lá em cima.
Emerson,
Opa, tem uma aqui também.
I'm a real bad dream, mister. You should be afraid of me. Don't want to run into me in the night, that's for sure.
please, Emerson. Mr. Wake is confused enough as it is.
Hartman had mentioned that the power had been acting up. Maybe that was the reason for the generator and the work light on the balcony. The generator hadn't been activated, and there was no key.
Okay, sorry.
Puta, isso aqui vai dar... Aqui vai ter uma sessãozinha boa mais tarde, hein? Tô sentindo. Ai, tem uma criança aqui, cara. Vai tomar no cu, mano. Ou é só uma pessoa muito louca.
Alan, please, this way.
Tô indo. Calma, eu tava dando uma olhadinha ali em cima. Pera aí, o que tem aqui?
You might have noticed the typewriter in your room. You've been writing as a part of the therapy. As soon as you feel up to it, you should continue.
Ah, eu dei a volta. Mano, que são esses desenhos esquisitos aqui, cara?
My rheumatism's killing me.
Olha quem é.
There's a storm coming. Oh, what a storm.
I hope it wipes this place off the face of the earth.
And these two are the Anderson brothers, Odin and Thor. They had
Ah, agora faz sentido aquele manuscrito que eu
a heavy
achei.
metal band in the 70s and 80s called Old Gods of Asgard. They even adopted new first names to complete the image of Viking gods. After the band broke up, they lived on a farm nearby. They are, well, in advanced stages of dementia. They're well cared for, TLC and all that. There's nothing more that can be done. I'm afraid that the rock and roll lifestyle has left its mark.
Oh, that won't do. I'm so sorry to cut this short for now, Alan. The power has been acting up. I'd better go check on it. We'll continue this soon. Meanwhile, when you feel up to it, return to your room and try to write. It really is for the best. Don't you think?
I'd like to bash his head in with a hammer.
Oh, he'd love to fish out our secrets, but he has no clue. He's not crazy enough. Not crazy like us, Sonny.
Yeah!
Being crazy's a requirement, Sonny. Who else could understand the world when it's like this? It takes crazy to know crazy.
That's the sanest thing I've heard in a while.
Zane! You're all right, Tom. Hey, we like him, don't we, bro? He's got to go to the farm.
The Anderson Farm. Valhalla!
We wrote it all down, lest we forget. A crash course. All you need to know to get your head right. You need to find the message.
Here, Sonny, here's something for you. Gave me a rash, but I kept it safe from these bastards.
Ele chamou a gente
My
de
head
Tom.
was clearing up.
Tava escrito
According to
Tom,
Hartman,
não tava
I was
naquela
seeking back
caverna?
fantasy. I was convinced he was lying to me about everything. Crazy or not, the Andersons made more sense.
Tom!
Zane could feel the poems, taking form, shaping things. As he experimented, he imagined he could almost feel the power surging through the keys of the typewriter. It exhilarated him. But there was fear, too. If not for his young assistant Emil, he would have given it up. But Emil convinced him otherwise. He too had a way with words.
Got
Tá.
booze on you?
Yeah, no.
We
Sorry,
have a
guys.
stash of the special stuff at the farm. Our own formula.
Eu acho que eu vou ter que ir pra essa fazenda, né?
Medicine clears your head right up. Makes you remember like moonbeams on the brain.
Oh, I just noticed. Leather patches on the elbows.
Um trancado.
Very rock and roll.
Tom just lost is all. Baba Yaga got to him too, the damn witch.
I'm a bad dream, and you can't.
O que o senhor tá desenhando?
Oh, hello. I've painted you.
Motiva...
Ok.
Ah, sou eu?
I was just struck by inspiration a couple of days ago. Dr. Hartman wanted me to paint landscapes, and that's what I was doing. But now I've been doing these things, a lot of them. The images just keep coming. Dr. Hartman likes them. He has them in his office.
Yeah?
Então é você que tá pintando essas coisas
He
bizarras.
says I'm getting much better. I think I'm getting better.
Eu acho que você tá ficando maluco. Acho que eu tô ficando maluco. Não, não preciso fazer porra nenhuma aqui.
My nightmare is the right.
Deixa eu fugir! Não posso.
Hey, Wake, why don't you humor Dr. Hartman and give the writing a shot, huh? Typewriter's in your room.
Cara, eu acho que ele também tá atrás dos meus manuscritos, cara. Não é à toa. É com certeza ele tá atrás dos manuscritos também, cara. É a única coisa que faz sentido.
Something's wrong.
Ah, caralho.
Myself. It's hard to think that there's a shadow inside my head. I can only focus on writing. Everything else is a blur. I'm trapped in this cabin. Have been for days, but it's always dark outside. My editor is real. I saw her again. She's not human. It's not human. A dark presence is wearing the old woman's face. She was covered in clinging shadows. There's a hole in her chest where her heart should be.
Credo.
I think I've made a horrible mistake. I don't think I'm any closer to saving Alice. It's been lying to me, using me to get the story it wants, and the story will come true.
Sai de mim, mano. Credo. Oxe, tem um QR Code aqui, mano. What the fuck? Porra, mano, pior que meu celular eu tô usando pra gravar, mano. Eu vou tirar um print. Não, quero tirar um print. Tá, vamos ver se depois, mais tarde, eu consigo ver qual que é desse QR Code. Você vê que eu não preciso tirar print, né? Eu tô gravando a gameplay, eu sou burro. Tá, só vamos pro quarto. Emerson, Wake. Já vi, explorei tudo isso aqui, tá, já, né?
Hartman wanted me to write. I knew I couldn't, but I figured I should just play along for now. It was the only thing I could do with Nurse Birch watching me like a hawk. The white glare of the blank page in front of me hurt my eyes. My hands began to shake uncontrollably.
Everybody calm down. Put that down. Bert, I need help.
Hey, Wake, you stay here. I'm gonna go see what's up. You just keep doing what you're doing. Be cool, okay?
I didn't know what the chaos was all about, but it could be my only chance of getting out of here.
Where the hell did he get a damn hammer?
I don't know.
Here's a friendly poke from me old
Investiga o tumulto.
Crazy brothers, are ya? Not so weak now, are we? Well, things are unraveling fast, aren't they?
It's my store. I'm taking it.
Hartman kept talking, giving Barry the grand tour, clearly proud of the place. He went on and on about his hunting trophies, and Barry was impressed. But he was here on business. He raised his voice, cut through the monologue. Hey, Hartman, where's Al?
Tá, então Barry tá atrás da
Hartman stopped
gente.
mid-sentence, annoyed at the interruption. He nodded at the hulking orderly standing nearby. The man smiled and clapped a practiced hand on Barry's shoulder.
Nossa, esse Hartman é maluco, cara. Não é possível, mano. Ele tá fazendo uma maluquice com a galera aqui, mano.
Come back door, baby.
Eu tenho que descer mesmo?
Sinclair looked bad. That wasn't a love tap. The crazy old fart hit her hard. And if she was one of Hartman's goons, she had it coming. I had to get to Hartman's office. He had taken all my manuscript pages. That's where he'd been keeping them.
Come out and face the music, Birch.
Tá, ele quer muito que escreva as coisas. Tá. Não, não, vamos lá em cima. Eu não quero muito, mas... Inclusive, eu consigo ativar isso aqui agora? Não, não consigo. Qual que eu não consegui entrar? Não, tem uma que eu não consegui entrar. Ah, eu não consigo. Porra, mas aí a chave só... Porra, aí tá de sacanagem, né? Achava que era a chave pra tudo. Dá pra abrir isso aqui?
Probably kidding, Birch. He's got a great sense of humor. Just ask Sinclair.
Acho que a Sinclair não tá muito boa pra falar não, viu? Meu
Markings on the tape
chapéu.
said they were recordings Hartman had made at the sessions with his patients. I saw Alice's name on one of them. For a moment, I couldn't breathe right.
Now, Mrs. Wake, can you tell me about Alan's problems?
He's more and more out of control all the time. The parties, he's so angry all the time.
De quando será que é isso?
Violent, he's...
Do you mean with you?
No, not with me. No, never.
Você tá muito na defensiva, moça.
Sometimes I almost wish Alan would take a swing at me, because at least that'd lead to a conversation he couldn't just march out of. But no. He just
Moça, você é esquisita.
And the work, well, he's not writing at all. He sits there for hours and just gets more and more frustrated. And I can't talk to him.
Yes. Tell me, Mrs. Wake, what would you say to him if he'd listen?
I don't know.
Ih, lá vem.
I want to say, I look at you, and it's not you. Just some
A gente também pegou um manuscrito sobre isso, tá?
looking out from behind your eyes, and I don't like that guy much. And now it's all gonna go to hell.
But you don't ever say this.
No.
Hum.
No. tried, but he's not listening. He's too deep in his own problems, always going on about something else. I'm so afraid I'm gonna lose him, and we're not even talking anymore. He doesn't
Complicado isso aí, moço.
anymore. He just keeps me in the dark. I'm so alone here, even when he's home. Please help me, Doctor, because I'm at my wit's end.
Well, if you can just get him here, I'll absolutely do my very best.
Yeah, but Doctor, you need to be careful with him. He's not just going to listen to you and cooperate. He's the most stubborn man I've ever met.
Well, I'll be sure to bear that in mind.
Hearing her voice, what she was saying made me happy and sick and guilty all at once. Worst of all, I recognized the words. The phone call from her. It had been a cut-up of this. Just a recording.
Meu Deus. Tá, esse cara tem pintado umas coisas sinistras. Bom, dá pra entender que o objetivo da gente ter vindo pra essa cidade, então... Hã? Olha só, quem diria? Foi pra ela fazer a gente passar com esse cara, mas... Cara, eu não sei qual que história que é verdade. Se é a história que a gente tá acompanhando com o Alan, se é que tá nos manuscritos, se é aquele Alan que a gente vê na TV.
Hartman wasn't happy. Maud could see it in his eyes. He quickly lowered his own. He had made a mess of it, and he knew it. The shame of failure was hard to bear. He hadn't expected Wake to say he needed more time, and he blurted out 2 days, less than Wake had asked for to show him who was in charge. But that wasn't part of Hartman's plan.
Ok. Tipo, essa galera acha que esse cara tá escrevendo essas histórias agora, mas claramente não é ele. Eita.
The photo on the wall caught my attention. In it, the clinic staff was standing outside the lodge. I knew the man next to Hartman.
Pode crer!
He was the kidnapper. Hartman had been playing me all along.
É claro, é claro. Só que... Claro. É o Barry.
Barry?
Ow! About time!
Barry! Man, am I glad to see you.
Vira pra ele,
We
pô.
need to get to Hartman's office.
It's right next door.
You okay?
Yeah. I mean, no! The cops found me at Rose's trailer, but they didn't hassle me too much. I'm obviously a victim in this, and I demanded to be treated as such. Or else I'd sue their asses. Speaking of asses, that Fed gave me a real hard time, but I had no clue where you were. That guy's crazy, Al. But he let me go, and then I get a call from Hartman, that son of a bitch, who tells me you're here.
Aí te trancou.
But when I got here, 2 goons clobbered me and stuck me in there.
What's with the
Arrombado.
cutout?
I stole it from the diner to piss off Rose after what she did to us. That'll teach her.
Yeah, that's a harsh punishment.
Tadinha.
Come on, pal, we gotta get going.
Só isso? Tá. Ih, minha câmera travou.
These were all the pages I had on me. And more.
Alan, please. You're sliding back into the...
Tell me one more lie and I'll shoot you in the face.
Ah, well, it was worth a shot. Really, Wake, come on. Let's work together on this. You have no idea...
Hartman, shut up! Barry, get out of here. I'll catch up with you. Get a car.
Oh, Al, let's just...
Go!
Wake, listen to me. This is a mistake. Don't you see? Together we can create something absolutely wonderful. With your ability and mine.
O maluco não pensou 2 vezes, viado.
Hartman followed the fall of Alan Wake with his binoculars. When the rider hit the water, he ordered Jack to take the boat to him. The spot was
Essa história é antes da gente chegar
with
aqui.
all the extra lights in the boat. The flare floated and kept burning even in the water. Jack turned the radio louder as the engine sputtered. The music was rough and clanking, something the Anderson brothers would no doubt have enjoyed. But Hartman chose to ignore it. Wake was finally within his reach.
Tá. É, bem que eu percebi que algumas dessas aqui, tipo, essas 3 eram de antes da gente chegar na pousada. Caraca. Ai, 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 ai. Meu senhor? Meu Deus. Do nada esse minigame, mano. Qual foi? Opa!
I needed light to get the possessed bookshelves out of my way.
Tá, eu preciso ligar essa porra aqui. Como que eu ligo ela? Cara, já tá morrendo já, meu senhor. Vamos. Ai, errei. Vai, morre, seus porra, morre, desgraçados. Sai daqui. Opa. Só um sinalizador, pô? Qual foi? Tá, que bom que deu. Mais uma página.
Hartman knew he was no creator. He had no ambitions on that front. And he certainly didn't want to end up like every artist he had worked with here. Damaged in ways that were hard to describe, or worse. It was enough for Hartman to maintain creative control and provide direction. Be a producer. That was what most of these people were in need of anyway. Of course, suitable subjects were few and far in between.
Mas o que será que esse pessoal queria com o manuscrito dele? Tipo, acha que podia mudar o futuro? Tipo, ah, escreve aí as paradas que vai acontecer comigo pra eu ficar famoso e rico, sei lá. Ai. E agora? Vai, vem. Opa. Tá, era isso mesmo no final das contas. Vem, bolinha, vem. Tá puta, não tá? Valeu, falou. Corre, cara, corre, cara. Ah, tá. Vem. Ai, droga. Mas funcionou. Desculpa, é que eu tenho o fôlego de uma... sei lá. Olha isso. O cara já tá cansado. Vai tomar no cu. Calma, que ele tá cansado aqui, ó. Ai. Meu Deus. Foi. Ai, não, tem um portão ainda. Vamos, portão, vamos, portão. Ah, logo agora ficar a pilha, vai se fuder, jogo. Calma. Como que eu saio daqui, viado? Ah, é um labirinto, vai tomar no cu. Ah, fui pro lado errado. Vai, descansa, vai. Seu lixo. Obrigado por me avisar. Eles vão me assustar a qualquer momento, né? Dali, ó. Dá pra ouvir? Opa, irmão. Suave, tio. Ah, e aí, carinha? Opa, que? Don't trust Emil. Tá bom, obrigado pela dica.
I stared at the Viking paraphernalia that littered the area, surrounding an unlikely centerpiece. A full-size stage complete with an impressive sound system with all the trimmings, including a dragon. It took a special kind of crazy to build something like this in a remote field. When the sky split open with a deafening boom and the music started blasting, it felt strangely appropriate.
Que? No que você tá falando, irmão? Opa. Calma, tio. Ai, não. O quê? Ah, tá bom, vai. Você vai vir do meio do mato e vai ficar de graça, vai. Sai de mim, mano. Morre! Tá que pariu. Acabou meus bagulho, né? Ah, droga!
Hartman hurried down the corridor. He had disliked leaving Wake when he was surely at his most susceptible to therapy. But this was not an ordinary storm. Wake had been writing, and he had woken something up in the depths of the lake. Now, it was coming for him. Hartman had naturally prepared for a situation like this. The idiot brothers would keep Wake distracted while Hartman double-checked everything, just to be sure.
Qual que é o caminho, mano? Aleluia. Ah, o Hartman virou um monstrão, né? Claro que ele virou. Era óbvio. Não sei porque eu fiquei feliz que ele tinha morrido. Foda-se, vou gastar toda a minha aspira em você, irmão. Não. Sai daqui, cara. Ah, eu vou morrer pros corvos, cara. Nossa, mano, corvo desgraçado, velho. Tipo, eu não tenho como matar eles. Ai, saudades do meu flare. Ai, tem uma... Foda-se. Tô nem aí, vou pegar. Sai! Ai, me custou... Caraca, eles são muito rápidos quando eles vêm, mano. Do nada, por quê? Ah, não, jogo, não rouba assim do jogo. Ah, mano, nesse jogo tá roubando, cara. Porra, do nada esses caras vieram, mano. Como assim? Porra, vai se fuder, cara. Ah, é claro que eu volto aqui, né?
Ah, vai tomar no cu, cara. Porra. Ah, já tá cansado, nem andei direito. Ah, vai se fuder, jogo. Nossa, que ódio de você, cara. Jogo inútil, lixo do caralho, velho. Primeiro, tô nem aí. Você acha que eles não morrem, né, mano? É, você acha que eu tô dando esperto, não? Vem. Ah, seus otários. Ah, tinha um resolve sinalizador aqui embaixo. Agora vocês não vêem mais, né, seus lixos.
Foda-se. Não vou ficar gastando meu tempo com você, não. Devia ter gastado com os corvos? Devia. Mas nesse momento eu tô meio... puto. Obrigado. Meu jogo tem me dado as coisas cedo, né?
Mott knew that Wake was smarter than him. Wake had more money, a beautiful wife, everything. And Hartman said Wake was important. That made him better than Mott. But Mott was calling the shots now. He'd expected Wake to whimper and grovel, but instead... he seemed willing to fight. Mott knew he'd gotten under Wake's skin. If only Mott actually had his wife. The thought made him shiver.
Tá, o jogo salvou. E eu vou encerrar o episódio por aqui. Porque eu acabei de ver. Eu tô aqui distraído, lutando e passando raiva, que eu esqueço de olhar pro tempo. Mas é isso, galera. Espero que vocês estejam curtindo nossa sériezinha. Quem puder deixar aquele like, calma, tô muito nervoso. Quem puder deixar aquele like, eu agradeço. Compartilhe com seus amigos. É novo por aqui, inscreva-se, nos ajude a crescer. Também dá uma passadinha lá nas mídias sociais, fica lá embaixo como sempre. Estou fazendo lives aqui no YouTube e ainda não sei se estou conseguindo fazer em conjunto com a Twitch. Então fica de olho ou aqui no YouTube ou lá na Twitch, tanto faz. Qual lugar você vai assistir, contanto que você assista. E é isso, muito obrigado a todos que acompanham o canal e que dão esse apoio para mim. Eu vou ficando por aqui, nos vemos no próximo vídeo.